Most people think financial success comes from discovering one secret strategy, one perfect investment, or one major breakthrough. But real financial transformation usually happens through repeated challenges that force people to change their behavior permanently. The reason most people stay financially stuck is not because they lack information. Most already know they should save more money, reduce unnecessary spending, invest consistently, and avoid debt. The real problem is implementation. Financial growth requires discipline, consistency, and systems strong enough to survive emotional decisions. That is why financial challenges can become so powerful. Challenges interrupt automatic habits. They force awareness. They expose weaknesses. They build discipline through repetition. Most people spend money automatically, without questioning their decisions, because consumption has become normalized socially. Delivery apps, subscriptions, emotional spending, financing, and impulse purchases slowly become routine. Over time, financial stress increases while awareness decreases. The ultimate financial challenges are designed to reverse that process completely. They force intentionality back into money decisions. Another major reason challenges work is because they create measurable progress. Most financial goals feel distant and abstract. Build wealth sounds overwhelming, but completing a 30-day challenge, a savings target, or a spending reset feels achievable psychologically. Small wins create momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates consistency. Wealthy individuals often understand this deeply. They know financial freedom is usually built gradually through repeated, disciplined actions over long periods of time. Another important principle is discomfort. Most people avoid financial growth because it requires temporary discomfort. Spending less feels restrictive initially. Delaying gratification feels frustrating. Investing consistently requires patience, while results remain invisible. But wealthy individuals often succeed because they tolerate short-term discomfort for long-term freedom. Financial challenges train that skill directly. They teach people how to control impulses, delay gratification, and prioritize future security over temporary pleasure. Another major benefit is awareness. Most people dramatically underestimate how much money disappears through small, repeated habits. Challenges expose financial leakage immediately because they force someone to examine spending intentionally instead of emotionally. That awareness alone often changes behavior permanently. The first ultimate financial challenge is the 30-day no-spend challenge. This challenge forces people to eliminate all unnecessary purchases for an entire month. Essential bills, groceries, transportation, and emergencies remain allowed, but impulse spending completely stops. No random online shopping, no unnecessary subscriptions, no emotional purchases, no convenience spending. This challenge becomes powerful because it exposes emotional spending habits immediately. Most people do not realize how often they spend money automatically because they are bored, stressed, anxious, or seeking temporary excitement. The no-spend challenge forces someone to confront those emotional triggers directly. Another major benefit is learning the difference between wants and necessities. Modern culture constantly convinces people that comfort, convenience, and instant gratification are essential. But during the challenge, people realize how much spending was never truly necessary. Another powerful challenge is the $100 emergency fund sprint. Many people live financially vulnerable because they never build even small emergency savings consistently. The challenge is simple. Save the first emergency fund as quickly as possible, regardless of starting income. Sell unused items. Reduce spending temporarily. Pick up extra work. Redirect every unnecessary dollar toward creating financial stability. Another important challenge is the debt destruction challenge. High-interest debt quietly destroys future freedom because interest compounds against consumers instead of for them. This challenge focuses aggressively on eliminating toxic debt systematically. Wealthy individuals usually protect cash flow carefully because they understand debt reduces future flexibility. Another major challenge is the subscription audit. Modern companies profit heavily from recurring charges consumers forget about emotionally. Streaming services, Premium memberships, apps, and convenient subscriptions slowly drain income every month. The challenge is canceling every unnecessary recurring payment and rebuilding spending intentionally from zero. Another powerful challenge is the cash-only spending challenge. Using physical cash creates emotional awareness because spending feels more real psychologically. Credit cards and digital payments often disconnect people emotionally from money leaving their accounts. Cash forces awareness back into the process. That awareness usually reduces impulsive behavior immediately. Another major financial challenge is the lifestyle inflation reset. Most people increase spending automatically every time income rises. Raises become larger apartments, newer vehicles, upgraded lifestyles, and higher recurring expenses. This challenge reverses that habit intentionally. Every income increase must first improve savings, investing, or debt reduction before improving lifestyle. Wealthy individuals often follow this principle, naturally because they understand ownership creates future freedom, while lifestyle inflation creates future pressure. Another important challenge is the investing consistency challenge. Many people delay investing because they think small amounts do not matter. But consistency matters more than perfection. The challenge is investing automatically every single week or month, regardless of market conditions. This builds discipline while removing emotional decision-making from the process. Another major challenge is the side income challenge. Many people rely entirely on one income source, creating financial vulnerability. This challenge focuses on generating additional income streams intentionally. Freelancing, online businesses, selling skills, consulting, content creation, or local services all become opportunities for building financial flexibility. Wealthy individuals often prioritize multiple income streams because dependency creates risk. Another important challenge is the financial education challenge. Most schools never teach investing, taxes, ownership, or wealth building properly. This challenge requires consistent financial learning every day. Reading books, studying investing, understanding taxes, learning business systems, and improving financial literacy gradually compounds into better long-term decisions. Another powerful challenge is the impulse spending delay challenge. Every non-essential purchase must wait 24 or 48 hours before being approved. This interrupts emotional spending patterns dramatically because emotions lose intensity over time. Most impulse purchases disappear entirely once emotional urgency fades. Another important challenge is the social media comparison detox. Modern platforms constantly create financial insecurity through unrealistic lifestyles and exaggerated success. This challenge forces someone to stop comparing their financial journey to curated online appearances. Wealthy individuals usually remain focused on systems and long-term progress instead of temporary appearances. Another major challenge is automating all positive financial behaviors. Automatic savings, automatic investing, automatic bill payments, automatic debt reduction. Systems remove emotional inconsistency and create reliable long-term progress even when motivation disappears completely. Now we need to discuss why most people fail financial challenges. The answer is usually emotional discomfort. People underestimate how emotionally attached they are to spending habits, convenience, status, and instant gratification. Financial challenges often expose deeper behavioral problems connected to stress, insecurity, boredom, and emotional coping. Many people spend money because consumption temporarily creates relief or excitement. This is why budgeting alone rarely works long-term without behavioral awareness. Another major reason people fail is lack of patience. Most financial progress feels slow initially. Savings grow gradually. Debt reduction takes time. Investments compound slowly before accelerating later. Many people quit because results are not dramatic fast enough. Wealthy individuals usually understand that consistency matters more than intensity. They focus on systems capable of producing progress repeatedly over long periods instead of chasing quick emotional wins. Another major problem is environment. People surrounded constantly by overspending, consumerism, and financial pressure often struggle maintaining discipline because destructive habits become socially normalized. Financially successful individuals frequently surround themselves with people focused on ownership, discipline, growth, and long-term thinking instead. Another important issue is identity. Many people associate spending with success emotionally. Luxury purchases, financed lifestyles, and visible consumption become symbols of achievement, even while financial pressure increases underneath the surface. The ultimate financial challenges force someone to redefine success entirely. Success becomes flexibility, ownership, peace of mind, and future freedom instead of temporary appearances. Another major challenge is controlling fear during investing and uncertainty. Markets fluctuate constantly, and emotional headlines create panic repeatedly. Wealthy investors usually remain disciplined because they understand volatility is normal long-term. Another overlooked issue is financial disorganization. Many people avoid checking accounts, reviewing spending, or tracking progress because awareness feels uncomfortable emotionally. But awareness is the beginning of financial control. Challenges force awareness consistently until intentional financial behavior becomes automatic instead of emotional. The final reason the ultimate financial challenges matter is because they build identity transformation, not just financial improvement. Real wealth building happens when someone stops seeing discipline as punishment and starts seeing it as freedom. Every challenge strengthens financial confidence gradually. Every completed challenge proves someone is capable of controlling money instead of being controlled by it emotionally. Another important principle is understanding that wealth is usually built quietly. Most financially successful people are not making dramatic emotional decisions constantly. They are repeating disciplined systems consistently over years, saving regularly, investing automatically, avoiding unnecessary debt, reducing lifestyle inflation, protecting cash flow, building ownership. None of these habits sound exciting individually, but together they become life-changing over time because consistency compounds. Another major shift is realizing financial freedom is not about perfection. It is about progress. Most people fail because they think one mistake ruins everything. Wealthy individuals usually recover quickly from mistakes instead of quitting emotionally. Another important factor is future flexibility. Financial challenges reduce dependency gradually. Less debt creates more options. More savings creates more confidence. More investing creates more long-term security. Eventually, stress decreases because money stops controlling every decision emotionally. Another critical lesson is that discipline creates momentum. Once someone begins seeing measurable progress, confidence increases naturally. Savings grow. Investments compound. Debt shrinks. Financial pressure decreases. That momentum reinforces positive behavior automatically. Another major principle is patience. Compound growth feels invisible before it becomes extraordinary. Most people stop too early because they expect immediate dramatic transformation. But eventually, disciplined systems begin changing someone's entire financial future permanently. The ultimate financial challenges are not about temporary motivation. They are about building systems strong enough to create freedom long-term. Start small. Stay consistent. Build discipline gradually. Protect future flexibility. Focus on ownership instead of appearances. Ignore noise. Let compound growth and consistency do the heavy lifting over time. That is how real wealth is built. If this helped, then like and subscribe to The Daily Yield, because we're building real financial progress, one step at a time.